Hello, Araruko Alpha of the better fish from the moon, eating potatoes and singing tunes. How y'all doing today? Today is gonna be a different stream than usual. コンアルファ今日はね、いつもとちょっと違う配信になります。そしてね、ツアーガイドがつくので、ほとんど配信、英語になってしまいます。So since this is going to be a tour stream today, most of the stream is going to be in English. Unfortunately, it may be a little bit hard to translate as I go, and I'm not sure if I have the confidence to be able to translate everything about today's educational stream. 今日はでもね、なんか今日いろいろね、勉強になるような博物館ツアー We're touring a museum! I've never done anything like this before. Oh, so cool. We should say ahoy. 確かに、ahoy! Ahoy! So what we're touring today is the USS Hornet Sea, Air and Space Museum. And the reason for that is because CarrierCon is going to be there. Did you know that? CarrierCon is the only con to be held at a ship. なんとね、こちらね、アルファが、3月に参加するキャリアンコンの、博物館開催、そこでね、船で開催される博物館なんだよね。今ちょっと日本語おかしい。コミケが船で開催されるの。Carrier, I hardly know her. What? Yes, today's guide is going to be Gabe. 今日のガイドさんはガブリエルさんになります。Also, I'm pretty sure Gabe is going to help us answer questions about the con, to the extent that it's that he can reply to and answer at the moment. And also, if you have questions about the museum as well, we can ask. そう、本日はね、博物館の質問だったり、あとはね、コミケの質問がある場合は、ぜひ、チャットに書き込んでみてください。I'm gonna just be like, whoa, the whole time. It's gonna be a learning process. アルファもね、何もわからない状態で飛び込むので、すげーって感じになると思います。Are y'all ready to get started already? みんなもう準備 OK? もう準備 OK ですか？ I'm ready to learn first thing in the morning. 朝一ね、お勉強会。I got a boat on my head, by the way. このね、イベントに合わせて自分もね、張り切って頭に船を置きました。Also, if you are going to CarrierCon, I do have the little coupon at the bottom of in the corner of the stream. もしね、多分ね、海外勢しか、海外で西海岸に行ける方だけになってしまうんですが、キャリアコンのコミケに行ける方はぜひ V-Dere のクーポン使えば5ドル安くなります。It'll be $5 off if you use the coupon V-Dere CC25 V-Dere CarrierCon 25. Yeah, nobody's complimented my boat hat yet. そう、みんなね、アルファの帽子ノーコメントだったけど大丈夫。なんか変な人みたいになってない？ I feel like I'm weird or something. I'm not weird, right? No, right? I've never been told that I'm weird. No, you're not allowed to touch the boat butt like Nemo. 触っちゃダメです。Unique! What the heck? Get off my boat! Get off my boat! みんな降りてください。ということでね、今ガブリエルさんに待ってもらってるから早速始めようかな。Since we're having Gabe and the crew wait, let's get started. If y'all are ready, Gabe, I do have to switch the screen after y'all are ready with the camera and everything. So I'll keep talking until y'all are ready. じゃあガブリエルさんたちが準備できるまでお話をしようかな。I see the camera. Alright, whenever you're ready, I'll change the screen. Oh, wait a sec. Ah! Wait. Nobody sees you yet. Wait. Wait. Okay, here we go. Take two. Perfect. Perfect.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Can everybody hear Gabe?
Can you hear me right here? This is KBAK Jeff Gabe Radio. And I'm here with Miss Alpha Beta from V-Dere. How are you doing today, Miss Alpha Beta?
I'm doing great. First thing in the morning, I'm ready for this tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's had her morning coffee and she is ready to go. Are you ready to play the game? Now, here it is. Survey says... Okay, maybe not. Survey says.
I can't drink coffee, but yes.
Miss Alpha Beta, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you? And people are saying hi, Jeff.
I am doing great today because I get to give the wonderful Mermaid from the Moon a fantastic tour of the USS Hornet Sea, Air, and Space Museum.
Thank you. It is an honor. It is an honor for us to be able to be part of this tour as well.
Well, we are excited to give you this tour. And also thank you guys for your support of CarrierCon. CarrierCon is our anime and gaming convention we have here aboard the USS Hornet Sea, Air, and Space Museum. And this year's event is a great opportunity because we are fundraising for our theater restoration project. So you can actually, with your ticket, that is actually counted as, that's a donation to the museum as we start to raise money for this event. Well, sorry, for the restoration, but this event is a big push for that. So thank you for your support in advance. So, Miss Beta, I'm going to ask you right now. We're going to start with a question, okay? You ready? Here's the game show.
Okay.
I'm going to say this right now. This is for $1 million.
Oh, no.
Ready?
Oh, God.
All right. Miss Alpha Beta.
Yes.
The USS Hornet, CV-12. Is it the first USS Hornet? 20 seconds.
I think this is a trick question. I'm going to say no.
Final answer?
Can I phone a friend?
And she wins!
I did!
Yes.
Yay!
This is not the only USS Hornet. There have actually been 8 USS Hornets in the history of the United States Navy.
8?
Yes, indeed. Matter of fact, there have been multiple, these are multiple ships that have been named USS Hornet. So we're going to take a look over here real quick. Just a little Hornet history to get you guys started right here. So, from the start of the United States Navy, there's been a USS Hornet. This started in 1775, the first USS Hornet. It was a commercial sailing vessel that was converted for the United States Navy when it was first created. Then we go to Hornet 2, and you notice how we're still in the sailing era. But as we go with time, we start getting into the Steel Navy about 1898 to 1903. Then we meet the first USS Hornet aircraft carrier, CV-8, 1941 to 1942. Then after that is the next Hornet, which is the one we're on right now, the Essex class carrier, USS Hornet CV-12. Then the other iterations of CV-12. But realistically, there's been 8 USS Hornets of actual ships. So, but you may ask the question, why do we say CV-12? Why do we say CV-8? Well, CV is the designation that is used for the United States Navy to call an aircraft carrier. So, for example, what do you think a battleship's called? So, CV, there's DD, which is a destroyer. What do you think BB stands for?
The battleship.
Big battleship, of course. Okay, it doesn't. That's not what it stands for. But that's what we like to imagine it stands for.
Yes.
But that is the designation. So because this is Hornet CV-12, that means it is the 12th ever aircraft carrier made for the United States Navy in all of its history. But here's another fun fact. All right, and here's another question for you. Miss Beta. Was the ship always named USS Hornet? 30 seconds.
I'm gonna say no.
Final answer?
Yes.
And she's 2 for 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes!
You must know your history. Are you sure you haven't taken a tour already? I don't even know why I'm here right now.
I have good guessing skills.
No,
don't leave. No. Come back.
If you insist. No, this ship was actually called USS Kearsarge. Now, Hornet CV-8 is famous for doing what's known as the Doolittle Raid, which took B-25 bombers and flew it off the deck of the USS Hornet. But here's the thing. USS Hornet CV-12 was named after CV-8 because USS Hornet CV-8, the prior USS Hornet aircraft carrier, was sunk in the Battle of Santa Cruz in 1942. Now, during that battle, this USS Hornet was being constructed. So, in August of 1942, USS Hornet was first laid down and brought to construction, and then was completed in 1 year later in 1943. But during that time, they wanted to memorialize the fallen vessel, and so they renamed it USS Hornet in honor of the fallen vessel.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
as often tradition in the Navy, you see other ships be renamed, such as USS Helena is another ship that got renamed after a sunken ship. There's also the other ship museums, such as USS Yorktown and Lexington, our sister ships in Corpus Christi, Texas, and in Charleston, South Carolina. Those ships are named after other aircraft carriers that were sunk during the war.
I had no clue.
It's how we keep them in the fight. So, this ship, CV-12, has an astounding history, especially during spanning World War II. Actually, one of the most decorated aircraft carriers to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we'll start off with this tour. We'll go through aircraft because where we are at right now, Mr. Cameraman, you could pan around where we are at. We are on the hangar deck. Now, Miss Alpha, what do you think the hangar deck's used for?
I have no idea.
Just wild guess. I don't know. It could be used for it could be used for Fortnite tournaments.
Yeah, and to hang up Christmas decorations.
Yeah, there you go. We actually do that. Like, legit, we actually do that. See, you've been here before. I don't know why we're doing this tour right now. I'm Mr. Irrelevant right now. See, she's alpha.
I'm sorry.
The beta.
I'm sorry
See,
for stealing the spotlight.
You're alpha. I'm beta. I'm the beta. Right
Yes,
now.
yes, exactly. My name is Alpha for a reason.
There you go.
I
See,
am
I'm the
Fish
beta.
for a reason. I've
Yeah,
seen
I don't
things.
know. I don't know, Miss Alpha. I'm pretty sure you're not just alpha beta. You're pretty sigma.
Oh, I'll take that compliment.
Sigma. Okay, Miss Alpha. Okay, I see you, girl.
I just need to tell you that my viewers love skibbity jokes.
We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. I'm not saying my boss decided to tag along tonight, and she's behind us right now, and she sent me a thing that says submissive and breedable beta.
No, this is a PG stream.
What does that mean, Miss Alpha Beta? I'm not quite sure, man. I'm not quite sure.
I have no idea. I have no idea what that means.
Is it about breeds of dogs? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah, it's about dogs.
Okay. Well, let's go there. Let's go there. And for any V-Fleet girls watching, shut up.
Oh no.
Anyways, so this is the hangar deck. Aircraft are never stored here because during World War II, the USS Hornet had a flight complement, a little over 100 aircraft that can be stored. Some can be stored here in the hangar deck, but they're usually not because United States Navy doctrine dictates that aircraft must be stored on the flight deck. That's why if you look at any historical pictures of aircraft carriers from the 1940s and the 50s, and even now, you will see aircraft tied down by chains to the flight deck. So that's the typical doctrine. But there's a lot of maintenance that happens down there, aircraft that needs to be repaired or reconstructed. But also, one thing that the Hornet could do is during the war, in these little rafters up here, they had hooks and they could hang aircraft from the top. That's a good way that they were able to store aircraft, especially when they're transporting them to different parts of the Pacific.
That's pretty cool.
But here's another feature we'll go over right now. So we're going to talk about the aircraft. But first, we're going to talk about this thing right here. All right, Miss Alveda, you are 2 for 2 tonight. Now here's your third question of the evening. What is that thing?
I mean, it looks like a weapon to me.
It is a weapon of sorts. It is a weapon. Well, what kind of weapon though?
Like an underwater missile.
Well, it's not an underwater missile, but it is a missile.
Ah.
But what type of missile?
I have no clue.
I'm gonna give you a hint. It makes a very, very, very big boom.
A boom missile.
Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. You know, I'm not trying to push you. I'm not trying to lose my mind. I'm not going nuclear or anything. You know, we're not gonna crash out or anything. No, we're not gonna do that.
I see people saying torpedo. Like
it's not a torpedo. Well, it's not a torpedo. So,
a vine boom missile.
So, during the Cold War, in the 1960s and the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and the 80s as well, and the late 90s, Cold War was a long period. It was theorized that the USS Hornet had nuclear weapons. What you see before you today is the B-57. Sorry, not B-57. What you see before you today is a nuclear missile that was here aboard the USS Hornet Sea Airspace Museum at one point in time.
Oh.
So I'm scared. Ready to give me a little pan right there. So, common sense says you don't touch a nuclear missile, but I'm going to touch it anyways.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is it touchable? Why is it touchable?
Why is it touchable?
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to touch it. Duh.
What?
Miss Alpha, have you ever watched SpongeBob? And have you ever seen that episode when Patrick's like touches Jeffrey Jellyfish? He's like, touch. And they're like, don't touch. He's like, Jeffrey, I need to touch you. We can do that anyways. But anyways, though, so this is a decommissioned warhead, but this is an example of a nuclear weapon that you normally otherwise wouldn't see. This would be very classified. Very few people could even know that this was on board.
Oh.
So, you guys got a little look there. Here's an example of some of the bombs that you would see on aircraft that would fly off the USS Hornet. Obviously decommissioned. They don't have explosives in them, but these are the empty shells.
Interesting.
So we're going to start our tour talking about the evolution of aircraft. Now, this aircraft is the FM-2 Wildcat. Now, this is one of the first, well, not one of the first propeller planes, but it is one of the most widely used propeller planes in the U.S. Navy because carrier landings became more of a common technology as after World War I and after it evolved to have aircraft that were capable of landing on ships. Now, if there's any Air Force guys in here, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you this right now. It is a lot harder to land on a moving platform that's going like this out at sea than it is landing on a runway. So naval aviators have to be very skilled, high concentration, highly trained. But not this one who flew it. So fun story about this FM-2 Wildcat. This is a training variant. This will be used over, oh boy.
Oh, the lights are out.
And the lights flicker off.
No, I can't do horror. Oh, it's scary. Why?
Oh my gosh. Nosferatu, it's you.
No, not Nosferatu.
Just imagine Nosferatu going.
No, waving at you. This is where they do real life phasmophobia.
You see, no, we're gonna see. That's the thing. We're gonna actually cut the tour in half. This is my collab with Alpha Beta. We're gonna play Phas tonight. We're gonna go down below deck. We're gonna be totally freaking out.
No, we're not giving what my viewers want.
Well, we don't want them to have a crash out of phasmophobia. Oh, come on, but that could be fun. That could be kind of fun, though.
No, that'd be scary.
And the Lord said, "Let there be light."
Yes, we're back. We're still back.
So the interesting part about this aircraft is that it was actually found. Well, actually, no. Let's make it a little game out of it. Where do you think this aircraft was found?
I have no clue. Are we guessing like state, or are we guessing what kind of place it was found, or
place, state, body of water?
Like in the field somewhere?
Nope. This was actually found at the bottom of Lake Michigan.
What? In the bottom of a lake?
So during World War II, when they would train pilots, they didn't take them out to the Pacific immediately. What they had to do was train them on aircraft carriers that were capable of being training variants. These were smaller ships converted with flight decks. For example, such as USS Wolverine, which was an aircraft carrier that was made, but it was a training variant. So out of the Great Lakes, you have a more controlled environment to teach pilots how to land on a carrier, so that way it's not as dangerous out at sea. But this pilot was not so lucky because this pilot crashed and burned, injected, and this was in the bottom of Lake Michigan. But thanks to the efforts of USS Hornet and our volunteers here, and I'll let you know this right now, it was an all-volunteer crew that actually helped restore this aircraft to its condition you see right here today.
Yeah, I was wondering why the condition was so good.
We have a great volunteer corps here, Miss Betta, because I'm telling you this right now, our volunteers of all different ages, these could be people 18 years old, these could be people in their 80s. They all work together with the common mission of helping to preserve the USS Hornet, but also use our collection in order to educate the public about the past, but also help inspire the next future generation of STEMers and pilots.
That's amazing. All volunteers.
But you probably wonder why this is a plane, right? Why are its wings folded?
Yeah.
So Navy doctrine says that aircraft that are on an aircraft carrier, and this is around the world, that you want to maximize storage. So the wings are folded here simply because it is more effective to be able to store the aircraft up on the flight deck. You can get more by taking away the surface area. If you have the wings spread out, it's going to take more space. Not efficient.
That's smart. That's smart. We put away things.
See, there you go. See, big brain moment. See,
Big brain.
Big brain.
Wow.
Big giga brain moment right there.
Giga
See,
chat.
see that. She gets it. She gets the giga chat. She gets the giga chat. Miss Betta, that's a pretty sigma beta alpha.
Thank you. I got Riz.
Beta mindset.
I got Riz.
You got Riz. You got Riz.
You're mewing.
But yeah, you know what? We're gonna give 5 big booms to that. Boom, 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 boom.
Thank you. We all needed that.
There you go. And after this, I'm gonna go get the double chunk chocolate cookie and a chicken bake. Sorry, folks. If you tuned in tonight, this is gonna be pretty cringe.
Welcome
So
to
what do
the
we have
stream.
right here? Well, as aircraft evolved and as the war went on, there was a need for bigger, stronger, and more effective aircraft in naval aviation war against surface vessels. What you have right here is a TBM Avenger torpedo bomber. So, get a nice look here. This is Miss June. Everybody say hi, Miss June. Hi, Miss June.
Miss June.
Miss June, yes, we love Miss June. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I told Miss Kirispica, okay, I'm going to let you a little secret. Miss June is actually becoming a VTuber. She's kind of old, so she's a hag VTuber.
A hag?
She's a hag VTuber. She's getting ready. We're getting her LTV. We're getting all that together. We're in the whole shebang. We're going to get a lore video. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Wow, Miss June VTuber. Wow.
There you go. See, Miss June. She's getting ready for debut. Please don't
You're
hurt
never
me, Miss
too
June.
old for a debut.
See, there you go. There you see Miss June. Miss June, she's my Oshi too. I love her. Please, if my actual Oshi is watching, please don't hurt me.
Oh no.
But Miss June is a massive aircraft. So for comparison, if we'll back up here, I am 6'5".
Whoa. Wow, you're tall.
Miss June is a big lady.
Yeah, that's big. Humongous, giant.
Miss June right here, though, is armored. She is tough, and she was one of the toughest aircraft the United States Navy produced during the Second World War. But she is a torpedo bomber. Now, what does a torpedo bomber do? Well, take a look right here. This is an example of a warhead, a torpedo warhead, that would be launched in the water to be able to sink ships. The idea behind the torpedo bomber is that they fly low and slow to the water, and it has to be at a certain speed. So when the torpedo drops in the water, it arms. If you go too fast, it's not going to arm. You go too slow, it's going to sink in the water. It has to be just right. So torpedo bomber pilots know their stuff and know their aircraft. But this aircraft is huge because look at this wingspan. This is easily one of the biggest aircraft that the United States Navy produced during World War II for naval aviation.
That's big. Miss June big.
But you're probably wondering, though, how do we get aircraft up to the flight deck from the hangar deck? So we put them in here, we do our maintenance. But how do we do that? Well, let's take a wild guess. How do we move aircraft up to the flight deck?
Put them on a leash.
We put them on what?
Put them on a leash and walk them up there.
I feel like that's kind of like pet play or something. Miss Alpha,
No,
is there something
no!
Miss
Oh,
Alpha,
sorry. I've been playing too much Minecraft and catching horses. I'm sorry.
But, Miss Alpha, wait, you're
No.
playing Minecraft? Like, Mom, why are you playing Minecraft?
Help me.
Get out of my room, Mom. Gosh.
I didn't sign up for this.
Anyways, we're not putting them on leashes. We're not into pet play here. Well, I don't know. Some people might be into that. I don't know what you're doing on your streams, Miss Alpha Beta, but I'm gonna tell you this right now.
No.
We ain't doing that here. We use elevators.
Of course.
So you see this big space right here? This is elevator 1.
Wow.
Pretty massive, isn't it? How fast do you think it takes for this elevator to go up and down? Wild guess.
I mean, like it goes slow, probably. It goes fast. What? It goes fast. Like 5 seconds.
About
10?
maximum 10 seconds.
Wow, that's still super fast for carrying something so heavy.
Well, exactly. We have some heavier jets here in the aircraft carrier, and we are able to use this elevator to move them up and down. But here's the fun fact. All of our elevators actually work. Thanks to our restoration team, we're one of the only Essex-class aircraft carriers that have all 3 elevators working to this day and capable of still using them. We still use them for some events to move equipment, but also when we move planes around here on the ship. But this elevator is our primary one we use to move planes up and down.
So if it's so fast, is it dangerous for people to be standing on it?
No, not necessarily. I've done it before. I had a good time. I felt cool. I felt pretty cool. I felt all right. I was a little shaky. Shaky, but it's all right. But yes, it is safe because it was designed to have crew on there to be able to move aircraft up and down. And during the war, they would have these elevators firing off. Not this one, because this is towards the front of the ship, but they would have these elevators firing off in an effort to get aircraft ready for flight. That you could get a squadron up in the air on the USS Hornet in about 10 to 15 minutes or less.
That's fast.
It's clockwork. All right, now let's move down here. But are there any questions?
Do we have any questions so far about the tour? It's
not about the leash thing.
That never happened.
I don't know. I don't know, Miss Alpha Beta. I think I can go look at the vibe.
I'm taking things out of context.
There's such things as clippers. I don't know. If you're a clipper, hey, do me a favor. Can you clip that?
No, not the clippers. We don't have clippers here.
We don't have clippers. We don't like clippers.
We don't like clippers.
They captured the truth.
No. They're not journalists who capture the truth. They're betraying me. Okay, I got a question.
Any question at all? Any question at all?
How much does it cost to keep operating the elevators?
Couple $1,000. So one thing is the USS Hornet is not funded by the government. We are a 501c nonprofit museum. And so we rely on our admissions, donations, and support from viewers like you to keep the lights on. So we try not to move aircraft very often and run the elevators because that's easily a couple $1,000. We use a lot of power to move that. The Hornet doesn't have its own power plant, and we aren't able to generate our own power at this point because it's a retired aircraft carrier. But with support from donors and support from the public, we're able to keep operating it like we do. But doesn't mean there aren't hard times as well.
Thank you. We have another question asking, did they ever launch a sub from the ship?
No, they did not. Ideally, you don't want to have a submarine anywhere near an aircraft carrier. That is a submarine's kryptonite. Sorry, that is an aircraft carrier's kryptonite. Submarines are undetectable, and they can easily cause massive damage. Matter of fact, one of the biggest aircraft carriers in the world during World War II, the IJN Shinano, was sunk by a U.S. submarine that got through a formation of Japanese ships during World War II.
Oh, so danger.
Yep.
Was the Hornet?
It's okay.
We got a third question here. Was the Hornet
ma'am.
deployed in other conflicts besides World War II?
Yes, so the USS Hornet was deployed in the Korean War as well as Vietnam too. So the Hornet was actually an anti-submarine warfare carrier in Vietnam, but it was an attack carrier in Korea as well. So the Hornet has a long lifespan of history. Matter of fact, the Hornet was decommissioned in 1972.
Wow.
Are there any questions at all? I can answer the unhinged ones. It's fine. I'm used to it.
Unhinged ones. There was a question asking if you were single, but I didn't ask it.
Hey, whoa. Hey, listen. Hello. I'm gonna stop you right there, okay? Stop you right there. I am in a happy, committed relationship with my body pillow, okay? Of the aircraft carrier.
Who's on the ducky?
I'm very happy.
Wait, who's on the pillow though?
Wait, what?
We gotta know who's on the pillowcase.
It's the aircraft carrier. It's literally a picture of the USS Hornet aircraft carrier with anime eyes on it. It just
with anime eyes on it.
We didn't even put a lot of effort into it. We were just like, you know what? Let's do that.
Committed.
Exactly. You gotta commit to the cause, Miss Alpha.
We got where can you buy it?
I didn't buy it. I made it with the hands of God. Anyways. Any other questions before we move on?
I think we're good for now. We can ask questions later too if any pop up.
Okay. So let's take a look in here. So, Miss Alpha Beta, have you seen that movie, The Incredibles?
I actually have not.
Darling, I don't know why you haven't seen that movie. You don't know Edna Mode from The Incredibles. You don't know about the No Cave.
I don't know the reference, so no.
Okay.
No, I don't know the reference.
But this is actually a jet intake. So if you look down in here, you can actually see the jet turbine. This is sucking air in through the entire time as this aircraft is up in the air. And it's throwing out exhaust behind to create thrust. But ideally, you don't want to be sticking your head where I'm at right now, especially if you're wearing a cape, which, by the way, you need to go watch The Incredibles. Oh my gosh, you haven't seen that. You're such a boomer, dude.
What? A boomer? I'm offended.
You're a boomer.
I'm older than a boomer.
You're
yeah, what am I? What am I, huh?
You know what you are? You're a skibbity alpha gamer.
I'll take it.
You know what? You probably used Tumblr in the early days.
I've actually never used Tumblr before.
Good for you. So, you know what? You're my favorite VTuber. You haven't used Tumblr.
Let's go!
God.
We ranked up within like 5 seconds. Let's go.
Listen, not using Tumblr it just gives you so much XP. It's like an RPG.
Let's go.
But what is this aircraft? So this is the FA Crusader. Now the FA Crusader is special because it has two really cool features about it. The first is the FA Crusader did not have guided missiles. So you know how you see the movies or you play games like Ace Combat, you lock on, shoot the missile at the enemy? Well, the FA Crusader did not have that luxury, but it was fast and was effective. It was designed to be a dogfighter. This aircraft only had guns. So it had to line up its shots precisely to be able to shoot aircraft out of the sky. The FA Crusader was a very effective aircraft during its time.
Wow.
It's known as the last gunfighter, like a cowboy, like, all right, Pinhead, your time is up. Who you calling Pinhead?
No, I have never played Ace Combat.
Well, okay, good. You're not a dweeb like me. I'm a dweeb who plays that game.
You're a dweeb.
All right. So the cool part about this aircraft is that it was capable of changing its angle of incidence. What is angle of incidence? Well, that is where the air meets the airframe. So as it's flying through the air, you notice how you see this little crevice right here? So this little crevice right here is actually detached. This is detachable.
Detachable.
So see my hand right here? So imagine this is the body of the aircraft. You know how long it is?
Yeah.
So you see how long it is. So imagine it's the body of the aircraft, right? Imagine these are the wings. So as the aircraft's going down and about to land on the flight deck, pilots are trained to put their nose up, will try to keep their nose up, but they lose visibility. They want to be able to catch a tail hook. They want to use their tail hook to catch a resting gear cable. But we'll talk about that later. So, as they're going down, this aircraft is capable of changing its wing angle. So, typically, you would see the wings go like this. But this aircraft, to keep the body stable, it actually changes. It flips up. So, it does that automatically, helping to slow the aircraft down and give a more stable landing. It was a built-in function that was ideal it was made ideally to increase the rate of successful landings, because guess what? Aircraft are expensive. We don't want them crashing all over. Are there any questions on the last gunfighter before we move on?
Any questions about the last gunfighter? 質問あるかな? I'm seeing people wanting me to play Ace Combat.
You should play Ace Combat. You should.
I would. If I had the opportunity, I would. I have a question saying how effective.
Somebody, if you love Miss Alpha Beta, you'll buy Ace Combat for her right now.
Oh my god.
You won't, but you won't. You won't, bro. You won't. You won't. You won't support Miss Alpha Beta like that. You won't go do that. You won't show your love. You're not
show
really thug. You're not thug. Man.
Or Sigma.
About that thug life. About that alpha beta life, son.
We have a few questions.
Yes.
We have, how effective was it, and how long does it take to pilot one of the gunfighters?
How long does it take so you can be able to pilot it, or how long to be able to how long of its airtime does it have before it runs out of fuel?
I think it's like how long for training, maybe?
Most naval aviators, and I have to ask specifically about the FA Crusader, I'm not sure, but most naval aviators go through about 3 months worth of flight school before they even take off.
That's actually shorter than I thought.
Well, 3 months after their basic training, which is already 3 months. So as a matter of fact, a good buddy of mine who actually used to be a docent here, we went to school together in university, he actually just left to be a naval aviator last September. And he just got done. Matter of fact, he came back and we saw him over here. He just got done with everything, and he loves being a naval aviator.
Is it okay we have a couple more questions?
By all means.
Did the Hornet have a lot of unsuccessful landings?
What was that, Miss Beta?
I can't talk. I can't talk. Unsuccessful.
You know, it was a good tour.
I want to go hide in a hole.
It was a good tour. I thought this was going to be say-so. I thought, we were going to be mature here. But you know what? It's fine. We're saying these kind of things. You know what?
Face is so red right now.
Is a good family Christian thing. And I will not be a part of this anymore. Goodbye.
I'm cutting that from the VOD.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Whoever asked that question is getting mocked.
What was the question?
Were there any unsuccessful landings with the Hornet?
There were plenty of unsuccessful landings. Matter of fact, up on the flight deck, on the tower that's on the bridge, they had what was known as Vulture's Row. Now, Vulture's Row, the reason it was called that is because you would have sailors. They're out at sea. There isn't TV and there isn't a lot of entertainment. So what they would do is during flight operations, they would go up there and watch aircraft land. Sometimes you didn't want to just watch them successfully land. You wanted to see them crash. Hence why you call it Vulture's Row, because they're vultures.
That makes sense.
Any other questions before I move on?
Let's see. I think I saw... Do we have another one? Do modern planes not use guns anymore?
They still use guns today. However, missile technology has gotten more advanced that it is probably the default. But if you get close enough into range, modern planes will use guns.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I think that's it for now for the questions. We could go back to questions later.
Okay, cool. So, this is the A4 Skyhawk. It's regarded as one of the workhorses of the Vietnam War. Now, I love this aircraft, not only because we have a docent here, Mr. Alan Cartwright, who flew over 400 combat missions in Vietnam, and has landed on over 400 times on aircraft carriers. He's a total badass, real Top Gun type pilot.
Wow.
Love him. So if you're at the USS Hornet Museum, ask for Alan Cartwright. But Mr. Cartwright flew this aircraft. Now, one of the cool parts about the A4 is that it was a fighter interceptor. It's one of the fastest aircraft that was produced at the time. It actually was so effective that if you've seen the movie Top Gun, you know with Tom Cruise, right? You know Tom Cruise.
Yes,
right?
yes.
If you've seen Top Gun, it's okay if you haven't.
I've only seen like Disney movies.
Disney movies. Wow. You know. I'm trying to be friendly to you, but you're not really. Like you don't really got a friend in me. That's fine.
No, you got a friend in me. That's Pixar, by the way.
When you roll, put my head in your miles and miles of nice warm bed. I'm sorry. But some people say I'm kind of a loser, but one of these days I'm going to be a zero. I'm going to go from 0 to hero. There you go.
Yeah, 0 to hero.
So the cool part about this aircraft is that it was capable of increasing its drag on its own. Now, what is drag? Drag is the air resistance against any sort of object that's flying through the air. So you may notice this aircraft has this bar right here that's kind of over the top, over the wings. You see how it curves over the top here? Now, when the aircraft is not moving, it's in this position. But when it's launched and it gets up in the air and gets up to speed, and this is without any electronics or hydraulics, naturally gets pushed up, take away the drag in the surface area. So you notice how it's like a blade right now? So it would help increase its speed by decreasing its drag. But when it's coming in for a landing and you want drag, you want to be able to slow down, have a successful landing.
What was that?
I don't know what you're talking about. Successful. You decrease, you increase your drag by naturally. You're bad. You are bad. You are bad. You are bad.
I got you back.
Well, you know what? Yamate. Yamate. Someone, please, Yamate.
Yamate.
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm blue screening. Oh my gosh, I hate you.
You're blue screening.
You increase the drag by the surface area. So this is a natural way this aircraft would slow itself down. And it was no hydraulics and whatnot, but there aren't a lot of aircraft that do that to this day. It was really a unique feature to this aircraft. So, any questions on the A4?
Any questions about the A4, y'all? Questions. We're getting some good questions, so. I'll see if they come in. A V-Fleet.
Okay.
We have a V-Fleet question.
Okay. What's the question?
Any chance of the Yorktown CV-10 or Yorktown 2 being added to the roster in the future?
I am currently on a tour with Miss Alpha Beta, so I'm not going to talk about any future plans right now.
Secret.
This is the most important part of the tour, okay? Well, sorry, it's the second most important part. Here's the penny machine that doesn't work.
Oh.
Bask in it.
No,
Glorify it.
I like collecting those.
Well, guess what, Miss Alpha Beta?
What?
Skill issue.
Oh, that's on you, not on me.
Hey, skill issue. Okay?
Not the dance.
No, it's you.
Not the dance.
All right, well, what do we have
taken
here?
out.
Well, this is the S2 Tracker. The S2 Tracker is one of the workhorses against anti-submarine warfare operations. Now, anti-submarine warfare, how do you use an aircraft to sink a submarine? Well, it goes out, this aircraft is capable of dropping sonar buoys out in the ocean, and you drop those sonar buoys in the water, and they make a ping sounds. It helps to detect submarines underwater. because sound travels through water. But it also was capable of dropping depth charges. Now, what is a depth charge? Well, a depth charge is a bomb, but it's a very precise bomb. Depending on how deep in the air a submarine is that they detect, they could set these little bombs and time them, or set them to a setting to have a certain amount of pressure underwater. Hence the depth of the situation. Yeah. Anyways, so they would sink into the water. Now the depth charge would sink until it reaches around the submarine, and then boom, it explodes. But here's my question for you. Do you think that it had to precisely hit the submarine with the bomb?
I don't think so, because of the sonar.
So, yes, you're correct. It does not have to directly hit the submarine. It has to get close to it and knock it off its pressure system. Because submarines, when they're underwater, they're pressurized. Because as you go deeper in the water, I don't know if you've ever done this, been in a pool, you've taken a water bottle or a soda can, and you've taken it underwater. Have you ever done that? So next time you're in a body of water, just give it a try and you'll notice. As we get deeper into the water, the ocean has more pressure. It's more volume. So if you take a water bottle or a soda can and you put it underwater, it starts crunching up. It crumbles up as it gets deeper because it's not pressurized. It can't handle that depth. Humans, if we go too far in the water, like I don't know if you've been in a swimming pool and you go in a deep zone and your ears start hurting. Has that ever happened?
Yep.
That's pressure because your body's not made to handle that. Same thing with these submarines. So as they go deeper underwater, and if the depth charge throws this pressure off, it'll crumple up, explode. Oh, my shoes.
That makes sense. Now watch how you gotta
you
tie
came to
the
the stream, you get to watch me tie my shoe.
What a special stream.
1, 2, buckle on my shoe. 3,
The
4.
shoe tying stream.
Matter of fact, that's very aesthetic. That's very demure. Very nice ASMR shoe tying stream. You know, that'd be kind of cool. Kind of cool.
An ASMR shoe tying stream. That's
Just
new.
imagine it. You get the hand cam and imagine. Okay, let's do this. Okay, give my hands right. Just do that the whole time.
Wow, genius. What a
Just
genius
imagine.
Sigma Alpha.
All right. So, are there any questions before we go below deck?
Any questions, y'all? The tracker is really good against subs, but how does it do against DOMs?
Oh, this way. How's it do against what?
Wait, is this a sus question?
How's it do against? So the tracker does well against subs. How well does it do against what?
DOMs. What does that stand for?
What is it, Miss Alpha? It's probably an abbreviation.
Okay. Is DOMs? Am I being? Let's skip that question.
Wait.
Oh. Y'all, okay. I'm super say so, so I don't know.
I don't know if you're super say so because you just asked a question about do they move aircraft up?
No, get out of here, y'all! Get out of here!
I don't know, Miss Alpha. That's pretty bottom energy.
Oh my goodness! I'm being trolled because I'm.
Is all of V-Dere like this? Because Miss Kirispica, she's very nice, very say so, very demure.
Did they do this to Spica? They didn't.
Hey, Miss Spica was very nice. I didn't have any problems.
You didn't have any problems. What do you mean? Are you calling me a problem?
No, I'm not calling you a problem. I'm just saying I wasn't expecting to hear that we put leashes on aircraft and that pet plays a thing with aircraft.
No, I'm super say so. People say I'm like an idol. You know, I've clean content, except
very family friendly.
Yes, family friendly Christian streams. We don't play GTA 5 or anything in my streams.
You don't play GTA 5? You don't like Lamar?
Yeah, we've never played that game before.
You've never played GTA 5 with Lamar?
Oh yeah, we've never played and had any kind of accident with that game before.
Well, you never played with Lamar? He's like, hey, can a low come up in your crib?
That's good.
Man, don't hate on me because I'm beautiful. Maybe you got, blue haircut. Maybe you get some cash, V-Bucks in your account. Better yet, maybe Kirispica will call you back for that collab.
Dang!
Betta.
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 I'm sweating.
Okay. Uh-oh. Let's turn this down just so I can mention. Okay, where are we at right now? Well, get a nice little pan view. We are in the wardrobe. Now, this area has been restored, but it does not look like it would when you're in port. This is what easily could be classified as a 5-star restaurant. So you would see the nice white tablecloths and the waiters would be in here. And this was where the officers ate. Matter of fact, they could bring their wives aboard if they so chose. And they didn't have to go out. It's a free meal, very 5-star, very high-class dining. There's a caveat, though. There's a little story behind that. So when the captain is eating here, everybody has to stand up at attention. But when the captain's wife comes aboard, so she comes through this door, she walks through, very, very, very mindful, very cutesy, very demure. And everybody stands up, and nobody sits down until she sits down. So she would sit down.
Respect.
And the captain's wife often chose the menu for the evening. So the captain's wife, if they wanted steak, they would have steak. If they wanted chicken, they would have chicken. She would choose. She also chose if they had dessert or not for the night. So the Hornet had an ice cream machine, which is a very rare commodity in World War II, especially in the Cold War Navy.
Is it always working, or is it broken all the time?
Hey, this isn't McDonald's. Okay? This isn't McDonald's, ma'am. This is a Wendy's. This isn't a
Wendy's.
We actually have. Matter of fact, this is KFC. Okay.
KFC. Which one is it? I need to decide on my order.
It's KFC. It's the KFC that's in Kentucky.
Oh,
literally.
Yummy.
So you get the homegrown KFC. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You get a $5 fill up. Anyways. But so the captain's wife would choose. So if she would sit down and they would eat and they would have a good meal. And the waiter would come and say, "Ma'am, would you care for dessert tonight? Here are options." If she said, "No, I'm good," nobody has ice cream that night.
What?
Nobody has dessert. Everybody goes without dessert that night.
Oh my goodness.
It is all on the whim of the captain's wife.
Shocking.
Hopes and dreams were lost in here many a times. But it's okay. Okay, you know why? You want to know why, Miss Alpha Beta?
Yes.
Because they had a bowl of nails the next day without any milk. That's how tough they are.
Were there any potato related meals?
There actually were. There actually were a lot of potato-related meals. Potatoes are a good source of starch. Good for sailors. Good for being salty at sea. But no fries, unfortunately.
No fries. That's sad. Did they just not use oil on the ship? Was it too dangerous to like fry things on the ship?
No, but they weren't big on having battered and fried things, especially at sea. They try to keep the nutrition high for the sailors when they're at sea.
True.
Matter of fact, here's a good picture. That's the Hornet during World War II.
Oh. Wow.
For a moment.
For the first time participated in epic sea battle at the Battle of Midwest, the Battle of the Philippine Sea.
Boss, I didn't mean to.
Oops. What happened there?
Looks like I'm gonna get fired. This is my last tour, everyone. The school that's fine. I broke it in their toy.
Oh no!
I broke it in their toy. But I didn't get to show you on the hangar deck. But this is what a tailhook is. So you know how I mentioned to you that aircraft land on the deck? Well, how is that done? Well, imagine this. Well, actually, no, here's a better example. This is one of the first aircraft landings on, ironically, a battleship. But here's a good example. You notice how they're running these cables across?
Yeah.
So on the USS Hornet, they have cables that are these big thick bars around the size of this. So they would take each aircraft has to have a tailhook. Why? Because when they land on an aircraft carrier, they can't just stop. They don't have brakes. So they pop a hook, and then when they land, there's multiple cables. Depending on where they land, they catch one of those cables, and it stops them. That's how aircraft land on an aircraft carrier. To this day. But the thing is, you can't just have a cable with massive amounts of tension run across. Otherwise, guess what's going to happen? The tailhook's going to snap of the tension. So it's here, bam. There are two hydraulics that are on each side of the aircraft carrier that are attached to this cable, that when the aircraft comes in, it grabs the bar. So it grabs the bar. So imagine my arm here. Grabs the bar. It gives a little. And then those giant hydraulics I mentioned build tension slowly and slowly to help pull the aircraft back, take the momentum away. It's physics. An object in motion wants to stay in motion unless you have another force of kinetic energy to pull it away. So this cable readjusts based on the weight and the speed and the type of aircraft to be able to stop it.
Oh, cool.
No, very, very big brain of them.
That is super big brain. Lots of calculating behind that.
But now we're going to go downstairs.
Ooh, downstairs time.
Ooh, it starts haunting.
No, not the haunted stuff.
And the lights will flicker on and off because of the hash slinging gnasher, the mash stinging, flash stinging, crash stinging slasher.
How many people? Oh, I got a question.
Yes.
How many people do they need on like a runway for a plane to start from an aircraft carrier?
How many people they need to be able to launch it?
I think so.
Well, that's a more complicated question because we have people who are down below who are helping to who are launching the aircraft, and we'll actually go take a look at it here. But you have people down below working the hydraulic catapults to be able to launch aircraft, and you have people up top doing all the procedures, hooking up the aircraft to the catapults, etc. And we'll talk about how catapults work here in a second, as soon as I can find the lights. See, I'm not being very mindful.
No,
right now.
We need more demureness.
Well, I'm sorry, bad tour.
I didn't say that. You said it. You said it. I didn't say it.
Wow.
It is an amazing tour.
Say that? You're just gonna let it be that way?
I said it's an amazing tour. It's a ghost tour. No.
Ooh, it's a ghost tour.
No ghosts will be sighted today. I hope they didn't serve fish on this ship.
We'll talk about where we're at right now. So where we're at right now is magazine. This is where this is an area example of where bombs can be stored and weapons. Ideally, this area is armored because you don't want to store a bunch of TNT in one area that if someone's smoking a cigarette, which I guarantee you during the 1950s and 60s, they were smoking around here. You ideally do not want to have it up on the hangar deck or the flight deck. Let's take a look in here. So
there's a storage space. Yeah, go ahead.
So here's an example of one of the bombs they would use. Now, one thing to notice here is the little fins on the back right here. Again, there, little cameraman. So you see those fins. So when the aircraft is launched, they have a specific area that they have targeted with a reticle. But these fins help to move it towards that reticle. Help steer the bomb. Browning 50 caliber machine gun right there. So all you Punisher players and Marvel rivals, you should be familiar, you edgelords. Here's an example of one of the bombs.
Oh.
But that would be stored down here. Ideally, you don't want to have your bombs up on the hangar deck. Ideally, you bring it up to the flight deck. Then one of the big rules is that you don't arm or fuel aircraft on the on the hangar deck. You do it on the flight deck. It's safer that way, especially in case of fires. So it's one of the rules of thumb.
Was that like a bed I saw in there?
That was a bed, because you know why? If this was your duty station, one of the things they would make you do is sleep where you work.
Oh.
So I guess you could say it was kind of the bomb.
Oh my goodness, that's so scary.
I don't know about you, I would kind of crash out at that one.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I'll give you that one.
Okay. We're going to get a little deeper into the interior of the Hornet now.
Mm. That's huge. The Hornet is huge.
All right, come on. We're going to go in here. Now, I mentioned to you catapults. Well, we're going to talk about how we launch aircraft. What is the device we use? Now, I think I mentioned that there's these giant pistons that help to move the aircraft. Now, aircraft are moved via a shuttle system that they're hooked up to. So here's a good example. So there's a shuttle system here that hooks up to an aircraft. It's attached to a cable or a hook they have up front here. And here is a giant cable that's run across. This is the flight deck. But below, you have the catapult room. Now, these are hydraulic catapults. So guess what they're fueled by? Hydraulic fluid. And ideally, when you launch an aircraft, you pump certain amounts of hydraulic fluid into the hydraulics based on the size, the weight, and the required speed for the aircraft is how you adjust. These calculations are all done before they even launch the aircraft. It's like clockwork. In here, where we're standing right now, it would be extremely loud. Sailors that were in here would lose their hearing pretty often.
Oh.
So it would be like that one SpongeBob episode where she's like, "What? What did you say?" "Mom, they're selling chocolate." "Chocolate? I remember when they first made chocolate. I always hated it."
Wait, they weren't allowed to wear like earbuds or anything?
No, they did not have standard issue earbuds. So that, if you ask your grandpa, that's kind of why your grandpa can't hear too well.
Wow.
So when they launch it, notice these bars. The piston shoots forward. Well, the piston shoots back, and it shoots the aircraft forward and forward and forward. And you notice how it's pulling these cables, but they're shooting this forward. Sorry. And as it comes, they reel it back, they build tension, and they do the process over again. They can launch several aircraft into the sky within 5 minutes. This is constantly firing during flight operations. Now let's take a look at the piston. And notice this device down here, okay? This is going to look real familiar. Look familiar?
Yeah.
Same concept.
Oh.
This is the system, the piston system, that helps to shoot the aircraft forward off the deck. It's pumped with hydraulic fluid, and then it's shot forward, making a loud bang. So basically, when you're in here, it's like you're having a gunshot go off in your ear almost every 5 minutes.
That's so loud.
Pippi. So down here, they would actually have a direct panel that leads to the flight deck. This is an example of a panel that the flight deck crew would have to be able to launch the aircraft. You know, you have your first ready, you have standby, you have final ready, and you have the big red fire button right here. So I'm going to press it right now. Launch the aircraft. And I'll press it again. And then I'm going to spam it.
It's giving me anxiety.
See, it's like Subway Surfer. It's for ADHD.
Oh no! Just press.
So, anyways, but they have a panel like this down here because they want to transfer the information to let the flight deck crew lets them know that, hey, we're at this point, we're ready, we need this, etc., etc. It's not digital, it's analog.
What
So,
would they do?
I don't know if anybody here drinks. I know this is a Christian say-so stream, but
I
you know,
don't
we got
drink.
drinks of choice. We got whiskey, we got vodka, we got rum, we got
What?
gin, and we got beer.
What?
Take the poison.
Wait, is this just stuff named after alcohol, or is this actually?
I don't know, Miss
alcohol?
Betta. You tell me.
I don't think it's real alcohol.
Wow. I'm giving a tour. Okay, Miss Tour Guide. Okay, see how it is. You know the Hornet. I don't know why we're doing this right now. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm giving this tour, but you know, it's cool.
I'm the alpha.
Let's go. You are the alpha, and I'm the beta. I forgot.
Yes,
beta male.
exactly. Exactly.
Such a beta, dude. Such a beta.
Mhm.
Like, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Shaggy from Scooby Doo. I'm a beta. I'm like Scoob. I'm such a beta, bro. Roro Raggy, you're not a Ralphra. So, but these are examples of containers that would have the hydraulic fluid, and the different mixtures could create different concoctions to be able to power this hydraulic, the port cat. So there's the nice little kitty cat. Say hi to the port cat.
Hello, cat.
But it would power this device to be able to shoot the aircraft forward.
It's actually Cat Day today in Japan.
It's cat day in Japan. There you go. See, perfect day. Right? We're talking about the cat.
The
Okay.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
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 Perfect communication.
Okay, well, I'll shut the lights off here. Are there any questions about this room as I'm turning the lights off?
I think I saw a question earlier. What would they do in situations where the system would fail? Did they have a backup to launch the aircraft?
There are two catapults here on the ship. So if one fails, they can still launch with the other. However, if there is a systems failure, the carrier is out of commission, they can't launch aircraft. Ideally, you want to catch all your aircraft to be able to get them out of the sky. You have to cease air operations at that point. But there are two catapults. Some aircraft carriers have three.
Oh, wow. Does that mean they're bigger? The aircraft carriers are bigger?
Yes. So modern aircraft carriers are actually, they have, they don't have hydraulic cats. They have steam catapults, or they have electromagnetic catapults now. Some of the newest technology. Ooh.
Oh. You gotta ask the ghost questions.
Are there any questions?
Do we have questions so far, y'all? I might have missed the questions that were being asked while we were being informed about things. Was the shuttle system still in use when it was used in Korea and Vietnam?
Yes, it was. It was. So the shuttle system, during the post-war, the Hornet was retrofitted to have catapults because they wanted to be able to launch heavier aircraft. Jet aircraft required catapults to be able to move.
Have any ghosts been sighted on here?
How many what?
Have any
How many
ghosts
ghosts we
been
have?
sighted here?
Well, there's been a lot of ghosts. Actually, one of the things we do is a paranormal investigation tour that we do, and we actually have paranormal investigators come aboard, and we have a ghost tour.
Really?
I met a ghost once. His name was Larry.
I'm not going there.
Wait, why not? Are you scared of ghosts?
Yes.
Like, dude, Alpha Beta, she's scared of ghosts, bro. Let's make my coffee sticks and get the fuck out of here, man.
Thank you for coming to the tour, everyone. That's the end.
That's the tour, everyone. That's
the tour, everyone. We found out there were ghosts.
We're finished. It's not. It's over. It's Jover.
It's Jover. How would you name? Question for you personally.
Okay.
How would you name your own ship or aircraft?
Typically, they tend to try to name ships and aircraft. Well, it really depends. Aircraft carriers tend to be named after presidents or famous battles, like Lexington Ships tend to be named after animals. You know, you have a tomcat. You have Phantom's like a ghost. You know. But what would I use to name aircraft if I was in the Navy? Well, I would go to my YouTube. I would look at all the VTubers I'm subscribed to, and I would name an aircraft after each and every one of the VTubers that I follow. So Alpha Beta, congratulations!
Yes,
You're gonna be named after an aircraft in the future.
let's go.
So you get to be named after a weapon of mass destruction. Congratulations!
Oh my goodness! Yes, the Alpha.
Any other questions?
How many people were needed to fully operate the Hornet when it was active?
Over 3,500 people. Aircraft carriers are
Whoa.
regarded to be cities at sea.
What is insane?
Indeed, it is.
35. If you had a chance, what other ship from the past would you like to have been seen preserved as a museum ship?
Well, I think I speak for everybody. I would love to see USS Enterprise CV6 be preserved as an aircraft carrier. She is actually one of the most famous aircraft carrier in United States Navy history. She was responsible for being pretty much the only aircraft carrier to be fighting in World War II against the Empire of Japan by herself, essentially.
Oh.
Their term is called Enterprise versus Japan, and she had a long service history. She was actually the last Yorktown carrier to be active, but after World War II, despite her service history, despite everything, the United States Navy did decide to scrap her. There was an effort by a nonprofit organization to save her as a museum ship, but sadly it did fail. So I would love to see that ship be restored, or if it could have been.
Yeah. But what happens to those ships if they decide not to restore them?
They go to the scrapyard. So, for example, USS Hornet, if for some reason we go out of business, this ship goes to the scrapyard.
Oh no, that's so sad.
But that's why we're here, Ms. Beta, because we are here to help preserve the ship and educate the public. Because if it weren't for the efforts of all the volunteers in Hornet's over 25-year history, we would not be here today. We would not be able to enjoy it. There are many other museum ships across the country, such as USS Iowa, USS Yorktown, Wisconsin, Missouri. Matter of fact, I think there is a slight museum ship in Japan. It's IJN Mikasa.
Oh.
It's not in the water now. I think it's been concreted to the port, but it is actually a Japanese battleship from World War I.
Oh.
So, where are we at right now? Well, this is known as the Gidon. Mr. Cameron, take a little look here. This is where you can go get a little snack, something that you normally can't get at the mess hall, but it costs you money. You have to use your money. So let's take a look at the menu for the Gidon right here.
Ooh, snacks.
So we got orange juice, 10 cents, milk, 10 cents, coffee, 10 cents, Coca-Cola, 10 cents, root beer, 10 cents, hot dog, 15 cents, hamburger, 25 cents, with cheese, 30 cents, with cheese, Mr.
With
Squidward.
cheese.
With cheese.
In this
Candy
economy?
bar, 10 cents. So, patty melt, 25 cents.
Sweet.
Spam sandwich, 20 cents, with cheese. Mr.
Cheese.
Squidward, with cheese. Candy bar, 10 cents. Root beer float, 20 cents. Ice cream, 10 cents. Milkshake, 20 cents. And the only three flavors we got are Neapolitan, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry.
Wow, that is so cheap.
There was a different time at that point because, economy. But sailors would come here to get some of the luxury. They were luxury items. They weren't something you could just get normally here, but you had to pay your own money out of it. Helped keep the economy at sea going.
What would be the equivalent of how much it would be today?
Well, judging for inflation, orange juice about $4, milk about $3.50 right there. Coffee, depending on if you go to Starbucks, you get a nice mocha mac cappuccino, extra foam, light on the caffeine. You would have easily $20.
$20. Oh,
hey, listen, I've been to Starbucks. I saw somebody get a drink that was $20. I don't know what it was drinking. I don't know what it was all about.
Yeah.
It was in Seattle, and I was not impressed.
Wow.
But easily though, all inflated, all inflation. So it was a totally different time. But 10 cents was worth a lot of money at that point.
Yeah.
Now it ain't worth jack.
Nothing. 10
Any
cents, you
questions,
can't get
though,
anything. we have any questions? I had a question about just food in general on the ship.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they serve fish?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. Secretary, it's called the Secretary of the Secretary of the Navy. Can't confirm nor deny that. Yeah.
Oh, well, better than being confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll accept that answer. It's better than yes. It's better than yes. Are there anything else that the Marines could buy at sea in the Hornet?
Well, there actually was a Marine detachment on board, but it's mainly the sailors. They could also buy rich crackers. They could buy cigarettes. There were different stores around the ship that they could buy. Yeah, yes. So in the 50s and the 60s, the saying was that the Navy ran on two things: coffee and cigarettes. We don't like cigarettes. We don't smoke here. It's bad for you. No.
No smoking.
No smoke here. No smoke here. Unless you're Snoop Dogg.
Oh, you're Snoop Dogg.
Listen, all I'm saying is if Snoop Dogg comes to me, he says, "Hey, what's up, partner? What's up, man?
You have no
Snoop."
choice. You have
Okay,
no
Snoop.
choice.
Okay, Snoop. I'm kidding. But yeah, so ideally though, they would have these commodities that you could get on the mainland and you could buy here because sailors, they didn't want to just eat the normal rations that we get at the mess hall every day.
So we have a couple of questions that are a little bit unrelated, but in the event of casualties, where would the bodies of fallen servicemen be stored?
Ooh, that would be in the morgue. Over in the. We would actually put them in the freezer. Matter of fact, let's go take a look at it. Definitely no dead bodies.
Okay. Ooh, kawaii. I'm scared.
Okay.
It's so dark.
Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving.
Here's some of the administrative offices that you would see, such as the post office and whatnot.
Oh. Wow.
That. So I showed you where the officers eat. Oh, this is really cool too. We'll take a look. This is directed to the right. So sailors, all the equipment you see here, this is all when this is still operational today. This is our machine room. So when they're at sea, they would use this room to repair all the gears, equipment, and all the parts to the planes, and they had different power tools in here. So basically, it's the Home Depot.
Tools and everything.
But it's still operational today. Our restoration department uses it.
Wow.
So this is actually the line for the enlisted mess. So you're enlisted, getting that tray right here. We go up. Basically, it's like the lunch line at a cafeteria. Got your different portions here. Get your different food groups. And you try to eat real quickly. Now, the kitchen's almost always open because there are different watches going on.
Yeah.
So different... I would do that. There would be different watches going on. So look how big this kitchen is.
Yeah, it's pretty big. That's pretty big.
But you have to feed thousands of sailors a day. So this room is constantly firing off.
Wow.
Over here is the enlisted mess, where all the enlisted sailors would eat.
No tablecloths.
No tablecloth, nothing. You got to get in and get out.
Oh, busy.
Guess you could say it was fast food.
No. What kind of food was served here?
Ham, a paste that looked like turkey, and maybe some cranberry sauce. Maybe some cranberries.
Oh, cranberry sauce. That's kind of fancy.
So we're gonna go in here. This is definitely not scared.
Not
if you
scary.
play Phasmophobia, though, This is definitely the place to play IRL Phasmophobia.
No.
All right, where are we right now? This is the bakery.
Ooh.
So this is where they would make all sorts of cakes for special occasions, pastries, donuts, all that jazz. Matter of fact, we got a little thing here. We got some Hornet, a little recipe here. You guys want to take a look? Cookbook from the United States Navy in 1944. Cake donuts.
Those look yummy.
If anybody wants to take a look, well, they attached it to here. Okay. You want to take a little look here? You can.
There you go. They have all of the ingredients and everything.
But they would be making bread and all sorts of stuff here in the bakery. So here's an example of one of the several ovens you have here.
Ooh. Yum, 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 yum.
Are there any questions?
Any questions, y'all? 質問あるかな? It's making me hungry.
Matter of fact, it has a certain smell in here too. I don't know if they purposely do that, but yeah, it does. It smells very sweet. Like a bakery.
It's sweet.
It is a
This
bakery.
place isn't used anymore, right?
No, it isn't.
Ah.
I don't know. On me.
Do you know
I think
what
someone asked if. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Here's a question. Do you know what considerations are in place when determining if a ship becomes scrapped or scuttled as a coral reef?
Well, scrapped or scuttled. Well, scuttled's when it's at sea because you don't want it to fall into enemy hands. Well, some of the considerations they make when making a museum ship is it viable? Where is the money coming from? The Navy is not big on giving money to make museum ships. It just is not. It's not cost effective. But many nonprofit foundations come together to preserve these museum ships and buy it from the Navy. Ideally and the Navy gives things on loan, such as aircraft and whatnot, but they're never going to use those aircraft again. So typically they let the museum have it for almost perpetuity. But one of the main factors is if it's viable. For example, the latest USS Enterprise, because there was another one, the aircraft carrier, CVN-65, was actually recently took to the scrapyards. But there was a reason for that. It wasn't that the ship wasn't as famous as CV6. It wasn't as, big. It would have been a great modern carrier to show people. It was actually just decommissioned a few years ago. The problem is that it's a nuclear carrier. And how do you turn a nuclear reactor into a safe place for people and kids and families to go visit?
Kind of hard.
Yeah, you don't. So the most modern aircraft carrier that you can visit today is actually the USS Midway in San Diego, California. It was used during the Gulf War and mid 2000s, and it's again one of the most modern carriers that you can see. So it gives you a good idea of what the modern Navy is doing today.
Oh. All right, we got another question. How many donuts could the Hornet produce every hour?
I don't know that question. I know. I generally don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge donut guy myself. I look like a donut, but
We have a question in Japanese. When like a battle starts, what happens to the people making like cooking and stuff? So they're not really.
So the cooks actually do have so we call them to action stations. We don't say battle stations or anything like you see in the movies. You would hear on the intercom, you would hear not action stations, you would say general quarters. General quarters means to your duty station when you're in a adverse situation. So when they call it general quarters, many cooks, and even especially during World War II, matter of fact, a little story I'll get into, but cooks would be firing anti-aircraft guns. They would have different duty stations. One of the newest aircraft carriers that's going to be made is the USS Doris Miller. Who is Doris Miller? Well, Doris Miller is one of the most notable African-American sailors to ever be. He was a cook during the Pearl Harbor attack, but he single-handedly shot down several Japanese aircraft during the attack and saved many of his crew. Despite being a cook and not being allowed to shoot anti-aircraft guns, he showed exemplary service and was awarded the Navy Cross for his dedication.
I had no clue that they had like different duties.
And they do. Everybody here has a job, and it's not just one job. But if it is a battle situation, they do have to go to action they have to go to general quarters.
Oh. All right, we have a question here. Is the Hornet open for wedding bookings?
Yes, actually, the Hornet is open for wedding bookings. We've had several weddings here before in the past. So if you
Really?
would like to get married here, you can. Are you going to smell like metal paint and gunpowder? Might.
Or you could come here and smell like sweets.
Yeah, you could do it here. It's a little cramped, but
True.
if you really love the person, I guess you could.
You could, and then you could serve those donuts.
Exactly. See, big brain, big brain.
Big brain. It all works out.
Good. Are there any questions while I'm turning off the lights here and we go back up?
Any more questions, y'all? Any more questions? Let's see. Does modern ships, do they have more electronic parts?
Yes, they do. So I get that part. Nope.
We have a question
So
about
many
the-
modern ships
Oh,
have
sorry.
more electronics because we're in a digital age right now. But again, with the Hornet, it was very analog. Such as some of the computers that were aboard were analog computers.
Oh. How long have you worked at the Hornet and how many times have you hit your head?
Well, I can't tell you how many times I've hit my head, but it's been it's been a lot. But I've been here about 4.5 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I originally was a docent, a tour guide here, and I just stuck around.
Wow, a true pro. So I have a question.
Well, I really love what I do here, and it's a great thing we do.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's so much information.
Trust me, it was not easy to learn at all.
Yeah, for sure. Was it like were you interested in first? So did it come to you like naturally to learn things?
I've always been interested in history. Actually, when I was in university, my minor was in history. But I didn't even know the Hornet existed back in 2019 when I first came here with a couple of buddies of mine. And we came here, we wanted to just explore the ship, and I fell in love with the place. And during the pandemic, I started volunteering here, and I guess I never left.
Wow. Super cool. Are there any World War II carriers preserved in their original forms?
Okay. Unfortunately, no.
Ah.
Was that light on? Okay, it was on.
Scary.
I assume you don't like Ghostmas. Oh.
Did you love history or anime girls first?
History, anime girls are a poison. They're slowly seeping out my soul. You know who you are and who you're talking about right now. But yes, I liked history, and I definitely thought the whole ship girl, anime girl thing was really cool because it's a great way as a gateway to get people into this kind of history.
That's true.
Okay. Well, part of the ship is closed right now. We are at we are at an hour and a half right now.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the tour. I don't want to take too much of your time, so I'll take this time to answer any questions you may have, any questions at all. But I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of the USS Hornet.
Yeah, it was super informative. I'll see in the comments to see if anybody else has any questions, but we are wrapping up the tour now. There is one question I see here. How many American aircraft carriers are in use today?
So some are inactive, but I'm trying to think right now. I think we have 7 different carriers out, or over 10. I'm trying to remember right now. Some are in use right now, and some are in port, obviously cycling out. But we have a lot of modern carriers out currently right now. But we've definitely downsized because as time went on, the Hornet is relatively small compared to modern carriers. So
That's crazy.
this class of aircraft carrier, we didn't need to make as many aircraft carriers because our carriers got bigger. Matter of fact, the most modern aircraft carrier, Gerald R4, is it makes the Hornet, it dwarfs the Hornet essentially. So it has way more striking power, way more aircraft, more crew, everything. So you don't have to build more ships. You can just build one big one.
That makes sense. Wow. They want to know your aircraft Oshi.
My aircraft Oshi. That's a very loaded question, Miss Alpha Beta, because you know I work with some jet girls. So if I say one thing wrong, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm gonna abstain. Don't think I can answer that question. I don't want to get off this Discord call and then have my messages being blown up and being harassed.
Understandable. How many different variations of the tour do you do? And like, are there different paths? Are they different every time?
There are a lot of different paths that I could do. Now, I generally try to follow the same one because it's more digestible, especially for somebody who's never been to a tour or has ever been to a aircraft carrier museum or even know anything about the Navy or aircraft carriers in general. I try to keep to a similar thing, but we're always changing it up. There's a lot more to see here, but unfortunately, I can't take you there because Wi-Fi.
No.
There's actually 18 decks, and we could easily go to a deck below that's actually below the water line. So we would technically be underwater.
That would be super cool. No Wi-Fi.
Well, you're a mermaid, so I figured, you're used to being underwater, so it's all good. It's all cool.
Yeah, well, I can swim, so I could go down there.
I can't swim.
Oh, well, you can stay up here with the ghosts.
I sink. Ocean man, take me by the hand.
Wait, how do you sink? So you're supposed to float. I have a question about... For you, it says, if you could fly and plane as a Top Gun as you wanted, like what plane would it be?
I could fly any plane. I feel like that's another loaded question. Tell you what, I will fly JJ the jet plane. There you go.
JJ the jet plane.
Matter of fact, Google it right now. You'll understand why it's horrifying.
Plane. You have to tell us.
Nope, Google it right now. JJ the jet plane. I'm sorry.
JJ the jet plane.
JJ the jet plane. JJ.
I see meme after JJ the jet plane. Oh, this thing.
I'm very sorry, Miss Alpha Beta, but you asked for it.
Oh my goodness. There's like this TikToker that looks exactly like JJ the jet plane.
Wait, what? You're on? Wow, what kind of side of TikTok are you on? Ugh. Ugh.
What do you mean? It's funny.
Well, you're talking about being Rizzler, being an alpha.
Yeah.
Alpha Beta, so it just tells me what side of TikTok you're on. You and CV would get along so well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's a big TikToker. She messages me at 2 a.m. with TikToks saying, hey, Gaberson, I don't want to stream today. I just want to watch TikToks. Literally.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, I'm outing her right now.
So have you personally had any paranormal experiences on the ship?
Yeah, so one time I was below deck. We used to store our water in the freezer. And my boss, this is when I first got here, my boss, Izzy, she sent me down below deck and said, hey, I need you to go get this water. I didn't know my way around, but I knew where the freezer was, but I didn't necessarily know how to get back. So I go down, get some water. It's dark. I didn't know where the lights were, but I got the water. And this is a big flat of water. I'm one of the biggest guys on the ship, so they make me do that. And I hear like this tapping sound, like a clawing kind of thing. And I'm looking around and trying to see if anybody has the lights on, and no lights. So I go up, and then I hear like a, and then I remembered something. So you know what I did in that instance?
What?
Have you ever seen the movie Scary Movie?
I might have seen like one of them.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I picked up the phone.
Okay.
Said, what's up?
No, you didn't.
What's up?
What's up? That's so scary. That would be terrifying. So I do have a question myself. So
Yes,
since
ma'am.
this place is huge, is there like a map? Like how do you memorize where to go for the tour and where things are?
I just been here so long, I know my ways around. There are maps. They're not super detailed. So if you're a docent or you're a crew member here, you need to learn your way around pretty fast. So I kind of know the routes. It's like catacombs around here, but you spend a good amount of time here, you get them right away.
Yeah, I am so bad at directions and maps and things like that I feel like I couldn't volunteer
Don't
there.
worry,
I couldn't
we
work
have
there.
big red arrows to help.
Even with big red arrows.
Wow, so Clifford the big red dog could be pointing directly where you need to go and you'll go the opposite direction.
I'll go that way and then when I go back I'm like, why is he pointing the other way?
Okay, Miss Betta. Okay, I believe in you. Hey, listen, I believe in you. I believe
Thank
you
you.
can know the way. Listen. I have a question for you. Okay, serious question.
Hmm.
Do you know the way?
No.
Do you know the way?
What is this reference? Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
Do I know the way? Do I know the way?
The queen. Look, my brothers. My brothers watching. Look, we have the queen, the alpha beta. She is the queen.
Thank you. Show us that way.
I showed you the way. You didn't follow the way.
Okay, that's me though. I probably wouldn't.
Any other questions you got? You or anybody else?
I
could be any
don't see
questions,
any
even the unhinged
questions.
ones.
Any questions? Are you a tour guide or a meme lord?
I really don't know what I am here anymore, but my official title is I'm the marketing manager here at the museum.
Oh, the marketing manager is the official title, y'all.
Yes, I'm like manager, like when SpongeBob became the manager of the Krusty Krab 2. Manager, the greatest day of my life. Ocean man, take me by the hand, I understand. Sorry. I'm sorry. We like SpongeBob here.
Yeah, SpongeBob is super cool. Also funny. Any other
Wait,
questions?
you know SpongeBob. You're underwater all the time.
I know SpongeBob. I talk to him sometimes.
You talk to him sometimes. Let me guess. Do you make necklaces with him with a paperclip? Look, it's S for SpongeBob and S for Sandy.
Yes, of course.
And A for Alpha and B for Beta.
Of course.
Wait, so does SpongeBob call you an alpha or a beta?
SpongeBob calls me Alpha. Hey, Alpha.
Wow, you're kind of an alpha. That's kind of cool.
That's yeah, he does that. All right, I got a legit question.
She kind of sounds like a beta to me. The inner workings of my mind are...
No, Patrick would never say that. Never. You don't know Patrick.
Wait, what do you mean I don't know I know Patrick. I know Patrick. Are you questioning my Patrick knowledge right now?
No, I'm saying you don't know Patrick in person.
I do know Patrick in person. Patrick, how you doing today? Well, Gabe, I have to tell you this right now. I wumbo, you wumbo, he, she. Here, let me get more character. He, she, wumbo, wumbology, the study of wumbo. It's first grade, SpongeBob. First grade. So.
All right, we got a legit question. What made you decide to start a V fleet?
You know, it kind of just happened.
It happened. It just happened.
It just kind of happened. All right. Long story short, I did a little VTuber project here at the Hornet after CarrierCon 2023. It was good. We got some really great donations and it helped promote the museum. Unfortunately, I lost my funding for that, but it's okay because I had talked to the Hornet and I said, hey, I want to go out on my own and let's do more. Let's help to raise awareness about all museum ships. And so started V Fleet, recruited people. It just grew and it grew and it grew and it grew. And then we did off-season live.
Yeah.
I'm in disbelief about where I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. I love all of the ladies I work with. They're great. Honestly, it's been such a blessing to be able to work with them and help them develop into streamers and kind of follow their dreams there. And it's really been such a goal and honor of mine to just watch their development. And it's there's definitely the parts where you stress, but you know what? As long as they're smiling and they're having fun and you know, at the end of the day, they could tell me, Gabe, I had so much fun. It's worth it.
That was so wholesome compared to some of the things we've talked about today.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, so if that
Well,
answers your question, I don't know how it got here.
yes. So I think somebody says it's completely independent venture from the first Hornet VTuber project.
Yeah, it's different. I still went and started the organization outside of it because I just wanted to run it myself, and I funded it myself, and so we wanted to be able to do things. And you know, when you have a limited budget, you can't. And so I worked very hard to try to support the girls, and I'm very glad with what they've been able to do. They've done a lot of great work in helping support the ship, and you know, not just the Hornet, but all museum ships, and they're raising some great awareness. And I'm very proud of every single one.
Yeah, thank you. Everybody says that they really loved your energy, and the streams are always fun. I know a lot of people tune in just because, you know, you're their Oshi.
I'm their Oshi. Okay, first of all, I ain't never streaming. I'm never doing that. I like being behind. Listen, when y'all at V-Dere ask for a tour, that's what I'm here to do. I just giving y'all a tour.
Well, you have some fans.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Are you blushing?
Consider supporting the ship. That's all I'm asking.
Yes, please consider supporting the ship to preserve it, and there will be more tours in the future as well from the other V-Dere girls, so please stay tuned to them if you would like a unique tour that they'll be having. We'll be looking forward to all of the memes.
That's actually a great question I have for you, Miss Betta. So
yes.
Obviously I've toured with Miss Kirispica. I've done that twice. I toured with you. What can I expect from everybody else? I have Miss Mozumi next. So what can I expect?
Oh, good luck. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
Mozu's very fun. I feel like Mozu might ask some harder questions.
Harder questions?
Yeah, she might have some more in-depth questions than questions like, did they serve potatoes on the ship?
Then I'll be ready for Miss Mozumi.
It should be fun. I'm sure you'll have a fun time with her as well.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be good. And we're looking forward to having you at CarrierCon 2025 this year. It's going to be really great. You guys are going to do so well. And we got a little, you know, we're going to announce that's a little secret event going on. You already know what I'm talking about. But so everybody just get hyped up for that. But it's going to be really cool and a one-of-a-kind experience.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be announcing some stuff soon.
So, if there's any other questions, though, I'll let you go. Get your day going. But thank you so much, Miss Alpha Beta, for coming along today, helping support the ship. I very much appreciate it and very grateful to you. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. I want to thank you, Gabe, and also your boss, the cameraman.
Well, give some 07s in chat for our crew behind us. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you to the crew. We really, really appreciate it. That was so informative.
Shout out
I learned a
cameraman.
lot.
Woo, cameraman.
Whoa! The
He's gonna go home
cameraman never
and play Marvel
dies.
Rivals tonight. Oh. Or maybe Fortnite. Am I wrong? He's playing Rivals. Anyways.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Beta. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon and look forward to the next one. All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Ooh. sudden goodbye there. But thank you all so much for coming to the tour and watching. みんな今日ツアー見に来てくれてありがとう。ちょっとね、英語でね、情報量が多かったんだけど It was an English tour with a lot of information, so I do want to give a little bit of like background information for the JP folks who are in here. この船は博物館になって実際にね、戦争とかで使用されてた、飛行機を乗せる船なんだけど、みんなのボランティアとかご支援で博物館になった場所になっております。そしてこのみんなにもっとこの船のことを知ってもらうために VTuber のグループが結成されて、あとは、イベントなど、あと、コミケなどを開催されてる場所になっております。ウェブサイトもねあるので、もしよかったら、 翻訳をしてみてください。Yo! Oh my goodness. The 10 yen ice cream prices were amazing, but I would say 10 yen, like back in the day, would probably be like $5 now, right? そう、10円のアイスって多分今日だとね、500円ぐらいするんじゃないかな。I tried to ask Gabe as many questions as I could. I'm sorry if I couldn't get all of the questions. I was surprised at like how fast chat was going. I was like, ちょっとね、できるだけね、質問されてた質問をね、聞いてみたんだけど、みんなの。だけどね、めっちゃ多かったから、全部は聞けなかったかな。Yes! He funded the VTubers. It's amazing. That was so fun though. I'm like, I had no clue about anything. I don't have much information about what? About the ship or like military stuff at all. So it was very, very informative. Robert, thank you so much for the champa! And I think I got a super chat during the stream. 配信中にスパチャ来てなかった？ Did I get like an Ace Combat Fun Super Chat? エースコンバットのスパチャいただきました。Thank you so much. I did read this and off-duty people did fish on ships? What? They're getting banned. I'm gonna accidentally kick them off the ship. You know. やっぱり船に乗ってる間にね、魚釣りしてたみたい。But it's catch and release, right? キャッチ&リリースだよね。キャッチ&リリース。Yeah, or they get to walk the plank. じゃないと、魚釣りしてる間にアルファ背中間違えて押しちゃおうかな。間違えて押しちゃおうかな。I do appreciate the support while I was, we were getting the tour too. 熱圧にね、ご支援もいただいてありがとう。Fishing lines are crazy on carriers. What am I supposed to do with that information? Excuse me. めっちゃ魚釣りしてたって船ので、昔だからなんかタバコとかもめっちゃ吸ってたみたいだし、やばい。武器とかね、保管してるお部屋の近くとかでも普通にタバコ吸ってたらしい。やばすぎじゃない？すごい。なんかいろいろね、細かい情報を教えてもらって勉強になった。It was very, very super informative and I feel like I'm like 10 times smarter now. わや、めちゃくちゃ頭良くなった気がする。What the heck? Monochrome! Oh my god! Thank you for the 20 gifts memberships! That is insane! What? やばい！ありがとう！ Thank you so much, Monochrome! Congratulations to all of the new Spudfish! You get a membership! You get a membership! You get a membership! 名刺がなんと20名増えました！ありがとう！ Holy heck! Nice gift! That's so many! Thank you so much! Yo, I am the, what was it? The emoji unlock thing I told you was, how many was it? Like 13 the other day? And then YouTube is like so slow in updating that it, for some reason, went up in numbers, which doesn't make any sense. It was like, nope, you need like 23 now. So it's gonna be hard for me to give you an accurate number on how many people are gonna be needed. But, we'll see. I'll keep checking to see if it unlocks any emotes. ちょっとね、絵文字のさ、解放今日と昨日でね、必要な名詞の数が変わってて、なぜか10人ぐらい増えてるんだよね。名詞が増えてるはずなのに必要な人数が増えてて、ちょっと意味不明。Yay! Thank you so much for the support, yo! I've never done any kind of stream like this, so it was really fun for me. アルファもこういうね、ツアーの配信やったことないからね、もっとできたらやりたいな。なんかね、カルビーのポテチ工場とかもやりたいんだよね。I want to do like a factory tour of like potato chips too, but I don't know. Maybe I can like reach out and ask, yo. ねえ、ちょっと 連絡すればできるかな。Dun, dun, dun. I really, really appreciate it, Blake Guy. Thank you. Thank you. Or wait, you wish you had funds. I understand. Just the feeling counts. The feeling counts. Like, 気持ちで十分だよ。Yes. You all are supporting me by just watching, commenting, following me. Anything. That is all considered support for me. Excuse me, Robbie? What was that? What was that? そうだね。That never happened. That never happened. I talked perfectly today. 今日やばい。ちょっとね、噛んだりしたけど。Oh my goodness, y'all. Good luck with taxes. I gotta work on mine too. いや、やばい。ちょっとね、確定申告とかあるよね。世の中は。地球は厳しい。厳しい現実が。Oh my goodness. I really wanna like sing and do karaoke today, y'all. But if I do, then I would have 3 streams and I'd be streaming all day today. Because I just did the tour and then we're playing Helldivers at night. なんかさ、カラオケのクーポン使いたいからカラオケに行きたいんだけどさ、もしさ、歌枠とかするとしたら、もう今日配信3回になっちゃう。なんか一日中何時間配信するんだよ。朝のツアーでしょ、カラオケでしょ、夜ヘルダイバーあるでしょ。That's crazy. Do 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 do. I love chatting with you all too. みんなとね、おしゃべりするの好き。Wait a minute. I need to get some clarification on who trolled me today. 今日アルファにさ、変なこと言わせたの誰？ You know there's an archive and I can always scroll up. You better name yourself and you better come out now. 誰？変なこと言わせたの。Show yourself. Yes, thank you so much for the gift subs again. The gift membership. Yeah, the band hammer's ready. Let's go. そう。いや、なんかさ、アルファあんまりさ、こう、大人のR18 単語とかわかんないから普通に。みんなね、さりげなくね、入れてくるんだよ、文章に。で、わざとアルファに言わせる。やめて。ひどい。Stop it. Stop the trolling. Honestly, like, as you noticed, I'm literally super say-so. So I don't know a lot of, like, sus terms. I don't know, like, bad terms. This isn't the first time I've been trolled like this. I don't know what other tours I can do. This was offered to us, especially because we're gonna be part of Carrier Con. So if the opportunity arises, I would like to do other tours. So 今回のツアーはね、コミケが実際にこの船でね、開催されるから、ちょっとしたね、プロモーションとして、こういう博物館もありますよっていう意味でね、オファーをいただきました。なのでね、他の船のツアーとかはできるかはわからない状況かな。Oh, Blake, I thank you for gifting a membership! ありがとう! Oh yeah, and the buckshot typo, yeah. I legit just thought it was like a funny... You know, I thought it was like, oh, you get shot with a gun in the back and people think it's funny because that's on you. But no. Yeah, it's so hard. There's a lot of cons all over the world, so I know it's definitely hard for everybody to make it. そう、コミケってね、世界中にたくさんあるから、さすがにね、ちょっと全部行くのは難しいよね。Blind! It was you? You've come forth. Alright, I'll accept your apology. Not for the super chat, but because you were brave enough to tell me that it was you. 変なねこと言わせた人出てきました。スパチャで。これで許してくれるんだって。A sushi restaurant tour? No! I'm gonna shut the place down. お寿司屋さんのツアーやりません。Imagine if I did a collab with like a sushi restaurant. やば。寿司ローとかとコラボしたらやばいじゃん。やば。グラちゃんしてなかったっけ？あ、でもグラちゃんさ、サメだからね。Didn't Gura do like a sushi collab? あ、いいね。水族館ツアーめっちゃいい。Yo, I wanna do an aquarium tour. Oh, someone was sleeping. There will always be a VOD. Unless something crazy happens. Can we get a tour of that's the first thing you say today, Manatee, unless I've missed your chats, but is that the first thing you're gonna say? Can we get a tour of the fish market? Fish market のツアーください. No! I already gave you a tour of the fish market during my V-Dere debut. Well, it wasn't really a tour. そうなんだよね。グラちゃんはね、魚食べる側だからね。It's a market where fish, specialized for fish where we get all the discounts and stuff. そう、フィッシュマーケットはね、魚がね、お得にね、お買い物できる場所だよ。魚が売られてる場所ではございません。No, no, 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 no. いやー、でもいいな、水族館ツアー。なんかさ、水族館のショーのお歌を歌うお仕事とかあって、あれもやりたい。お声掛けいただけないかな。Did y'all know like aquariums, they have like different shows and stuff, like dolphin shows and everything, and sometimes they have offers for people to sing the songs that play during those shows. And I want to sing a song. I want to be the singer for one of those shows. They have tons of exotic types of fish though. You mean shopping there? Right? Right? I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! Not anymore. みんなどうだったかな？ちょっと情報量が多くて英語になっちゃったんだけど、でも貴重なねツアーだったからなんていうの、映像を見てるだけでもリアルタイムでねツアーをしてもらえて個人的には楽しかったかな。っていうかガブリルさんが面白すぎた。Yes, the boat is on me. True. そう、そして今はアルファの頭の上に船があります。You had one fun aquarium adventure in a mall of all places. Oh yeah, they do have aquariums in malls and stuff. そうそう、最近さ、なんかデパートの中に水族館とかあったりするのすごくない？ I've been to like really big aquariums before. Like I've gone to the one in Okinawa where they have like the whale sharks. It was super cool. 沖縄のさ、水族館とか行ったことあるよ。すごかった。川崎とかそんな感じだった。あるんだ。日本にもあるんだ。デパートの中に水族館。Yeah, I'm a submarine. Exactly. I'm a submarine. ということでね、今日はあとは夜ヘルダイバーで明日エルデンリングかな。So we do have some more gaming streams coming up, y'all. Tonight we are playing Helldivers 2 Japan time 8 p.m. Let me see. 7 more hours. In 7 more hours. あと7時間でエルダイバーです。Then after that, the next day, I will be playing Elden Ring for the first time. そして初めてエルデンリングやります。Yeah, so my stream today for Helldivers will be the same time as the streams I do during my weekdays. 8 p.m. JST. If you don't know what time that is, I do have a waiting room up for it, so it should have like a little countdown on how many hours. もしね、時差でね、時間が分かんなかったら、アルファの待機部屋でカウントダウンがあるはず。あと何時間Helldivers and then karaoke. If I do karaoke, it would be like during the day. But I don't know. I am a little bit sleep deprived, so I might take a little nap. ちょっとね、寝不足だから寝ようかなと思ってたんだけど、お昼寝 お昼何にしようかな。What are y'all eating? What did you eat for dinner or for lunch today? みんなお昼食べた？Yeah, I'm looking forward to Elden Ring, but I also want to warn you that I'm gonna be bad. But that will be part of the fun. エルデンリングね、絶対苦手なんだけど楽しいと思う。I look like a sea fish. インスタントラーメンにした。あ、カップ麺系？それともパックのやつ？アルファね、パックの担々麺にしようかなと思ってる。I think I might have like a bag of ramen. あ、袋のやつ。おー、一緒じゃん！一緒！何ラーメンか知りたい。いやでもね、めちゃくちゃ豚骨ラーメン食べたい。豚骨ラーメン。博多豚骨ラーメン食べたい。いや、ラーメン。醤油ラーメン。おいしいよ。Oh, you meant when... You meant karaoke stream when Elden Ring fails again. I hope not. I gotta test it. そうだ、今日エルデンリングテストしないと。I gotta test it. I'll probably try to test Helldivers too. But I'm thinking I probably can't really use my model. I mean, I can, but it's gonna be super laggy. ヘルダイバーの配信は多分アルファのモデルめちゃくちゃカクカクだと思うから、もしかしたら、イラスト使うかな。Maybe spaghetti? Yummy! Spaghetti. Everyone is a bad player when they start for a first Souls-like. Thank you for the kind words. But I'm gonna be an alpha. And I'm gonna do a lot of 1 HP miracles. You know that happens so many times in Armored Core. And it's exciting when people watch me play those games because you have to cheer me on and then a miracle happens. そう、エルデンリングはもうね、アーマードコアやってた時、やった時みたいに奇跡たくさん起きたら楽しいな。見てる側も楽しいと思う。いや。Do I need a PNG for Elden Ring 2? Is it gonna be that hard? We'll have to see. I'll have a PNG ready. Although I do have a question. It's been hard for me to like schedule everything I've wanted to stream, but especially because there's a lot of games I like. I am a gamer. Do y'all like chatting streams too? みんな雑談配信好きだよね。ちょっと最近ね、ゲームとかいろいろこうツアーみたいな予定した配信枠があったりするからね、雑談配信あんまりできてないんだよね。Just use the Feesh model. True. I could. But why? For free? For free? Whoa! What? 5 memberships? Thank you! ありがとう、メイシー! Dang, thank you! Later, I will check if we got a new emoji. Unless YouTube is trolling us. またね、メイシー、5つありがとう、Jacob, thank you so much! ありがとう! You want more you laugh, you lose? 笑ったら負けゲームやりたい? Congratulations to all the new spud fish! スパードフィッシュ増えた。やったー。なんでみんなめちゃくちゃ優しい。ありがとう。Thank you all so much for all of the support today. It's just well, I guess it is a special stream though. I'm just trying to help you out. Not because I wanted for free. Wait, you have points though. I like chatting streams to have something to listen to at work, and I know I'm not missing anything. Wow, makes sense. 雑談配信好き。Yeah. I'm trying to fit something in. Okay, so today, because my stream is coming up really quickly, it's coming up in like 7 hours. Let's see, is anybody streaming right now? No V-Dere members are streaming. ちょっと V-Dere のメンバーね、配信してないということで、もし よかったら自分の配信にレイドしようかな。I think I might redirect y'all to Helldivers too. So I used to be a baby Helldiver. It is a shooting game. And I used to be a baby, but now people call me a pro. さあ、夜ね、ヘルダイバーをやりましょう。パパパパパパ。Wait, is Tomoe streaming now? 待って、Tomoeちゃん配信してる？ I just refreshed. Yeah, Tomoe's playing War Thunder. じゃあ、Tomoeちゃんレイドしようかな。War Thunder やってる。さすがミリタリーお馬さん。Okay, let's raid Tomoe. 1,000 kills is pro, right? そう、1000キルすごくない？自分の配信どこ？ I gotta find my own stream. I gotta set up the raid. Alpha play. Why does it? Everybody wants me to play Phasmophobia. Should I put it on the like a reward for a donathon? どうしよう、みんなまたファズモフォビアやってほしいだって。Ask Pika what the shoes mean. The shoes mean? There's a shoes meme? My goodness. Well, as like the Phasmophobia, if I do a Phasmophobia donathon reward, then I'll get to play with the girls, but I'm scared. I don't like playing Phasmo. It's scary. ファズモフォビアやるとしたら、ボイデレメンバー集めて一緒にやるしかないね。だけど、アルファにとっては罰ゲーム。Raid Tomoe Umari. Is it a slash? I always forget. Okay. さあ、皆さん。本日もここまでです。So that is gonna be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed the tour again. And I appreciate all of you for being so interactive and asking a lot of questions and listening in. Stay tuned for my stream tonight in 7 hours for Helldivers 2. それでは、本日の夜はヘルダイバー2 7時間後です。そして今日もね、博物館のツアーに、の配信に来てくれてありがとう。では、ともちゃんレイドします。Let's go raid Tomoe. No market tour. おつあるぱー